Hi guys, today I'm going to be talking about the upcoming hotfix that's coming out on the for Dungeon Defenders 2 on the PS4, and it will be coming out early next week. Today being the 22nd of October, and it should be out by something like the maybe 26th, 27th of October. So not long. So it's early next week. The final build for their patch, because that's what they're calling it now, a patch, but it's really just a hot fix, and that includes background music and new art assets for the content information screen. You can activate tower interactions while holding R1. Inventory now properly displays previews while scrolling over filters. Unlocked costume embellishments should now be properly purchasable. Collector's edition titles now able to be redeemed and used. In-game item inspection pop-up controls are now more visible. No more black screen when player 2 logs out of PSN while in the process of loading into the game. Fewer crashes, in brackets we hope. And also underneath that, we managed to sneak in a little something extra that is especially relevant to this time of year, in brackets, and no, it's not a pumpkin spice latte. So that's obviously something to do with Halloween. Obviously we're not getting the event like the PC players, because we are quite a bit behind them in terms of content. The events are something that they want to do definitely on the PS4, but at the moment they're in discussions about it, but they definitely want to be doing it, and it's looking like they are going to do it, but at this present time it's not gonna happen, especially not for Halloween, because Halloween's not that far away now, just over a week. So I'd heard the other day that it was something like some costumes or something like a skeleton costume, maybe, I think it was for each of the characters in the game. So hopefully it's that. I don't think it's going to be anything like special pets or anything like that. I think it's just going to be like a costume. So there's that, and also they've put that the patch will seem to be large for what is actually included in it, but they're working on bringing patch sizes down. But I think this is an issue with PS4 kind of in general anyway, the way patches seem to come out. For other games that I've played as well, sometimes it seems like there's only a few bits being added and you still have to download like 5 or 6 gigabytes for an update. But I think that's just the way the process works, I think, at the moment for patches, how they work when they have to be downloaded. But luckily with the PS4 updates, like DLCs, games in general seem to be a lot quicker at downloading than they were on PS3. If you had to download something that was a couple of gigabytes, it could take, for me, maybe 20-30 minutes, maybe longer, depending on like the kind of game that it was, because I think it's to do with their servers as well. But anything that I've downloaded on PS4, be it updates, DLC, actual games or anything like that, even if they're like 20 gigabytes, they don't seem to take that long at all. Maybe half an hour to an hour tops. I think it's the longest I've had to wait for anything to download, and that being something like 20 plus gigabytes. So it's not really a big deal or anything. They were talking about obviously fixes earlier on, a week or so ago, about the split screen multiplayer as well being in the hotfix, but I think they're doing something else with it now. I'll put all these links in the description below, but there's a post on there about the split screen multiplayer. Where is it? Let me find it again. That it'd been kind of disabled, the split screen, because it kind of puts you into a party, because when you join in the second player, you're kind of going on to another PS4 account. So joining even just joining random people as well, like if they invite you to a game, has been causing quite a lot of problems. I had a big problem with it last night. I couldn't join someone's game. So apparently something had happened, and they're working on trying to fix it. It's not something that they have to put into the hotfix or anything like that. I think it's all stuff to do with their own servers and their system that's been put in place. And let me just try and find the post. This is their post. I'll read it out to you. Hey defenders, we've made a few changes on the back end as to how we're handling matchmaking. That it's difficult for us to test because they're related to geo-IP locating. If you're experiencing problems with invites or joins, would you please both restart your client, try again, and then post information on the attempts here. What we want to know or test: if you're feeling ambitious and want to help us out, where are you located, where's the person trying to join you located. Don't think that was the one. Oh no, it's a bit further down. As a reply to someone else, seeing to upon further investigation, it appears that the request we're using to create parties for split screen has been disabled for the time being. I will get an ETA on the fix for that. And just trying to find, because I was reading quite a few of their posts, because they have been quite active on their forum. Good news, we think we figured out what the problem is. We're going to need some time to fix it and then test thoroughly to ensure that we're not creating any new problems, so no ETA. But I will update throughout the day as I have more news. I think that was maybe the latest one. We think we have all the issues fixed. We will be patching at 6 PM to deploy that fix, and then we will be interested to hear from you all in this thread as to whether or not this fix has resolved your split screen and invite issues. Stay tuned for updates. And that was their last one, and that was at 9:05, so it was about an hour ago, as the time I kind of recorded this. And what was it? We think we will be patching at 6 PM EDT time to deploy that fix. So that's something that they'll be doing in on their systems. So it's not something we have to download. It might be like you might have to restart the game for it to all take effect. So hopefully that will resolve all the split screen and being invited or inviting other people to your games, like your to be in a party together and such. And so hopefully that'll all be sorted. So by the end of next week, hopefully all these kind of issues will be out of the way of, and then they can get on to doing the content stuff that I think they're talking maybe about like end of November for that. And then they'll obviously have to do a character wipe, so we'll have to start from scratch again. And but any gems or anything that you've spent on costumes and that, and we will get them refunded to us, plus maybe costumes and titles, and maybe some extra gems for people that have got to level 25 and got some of them Waven tokens as well. You should get like exclusive stuff. So that's it. So I'm going to leave it there, and hopefully about a week from now we'll have no problems with split screen or joining other people's games, and everyone will be happy. So that's it guys, thanks for watching, bye.